Hey you guys, it's Mary Hinton from Navy to Navy. I get these 3 questions asked all the time. What is flood insurance? Do I need it for my house? And how much is it gonna cost? I'll go over all of those plus a newbie mistake or a rookie mistake that I want everybody to avoid. So make sure you stay tuned to the end. I'll give you that extra little nugget of information so that you don't run into any problems that I have seen. So first question is, what is flood insurance? Flood insurance is the coverage in case of an event that there is a natural rising of water, basically floods. Do you need it? That's a good question. If you have a mortgage, then you might need it. And then if you don't have a mortgage, then it's optional. You can get it if you want, but you don't have to. So for most of us, we all have a mortgage. And so now the question is, well, do I need it or is it a nice to have? Well, it depends on your lender. The lender will let you know if you need it for your policy. Make sure you ask your lender, hey, this is the home I want. Do I need flood insurance? Another good way to figure out if you need flood insurance is by looking at the FEMA website. You can type in your address and it'll pull up a map that will show you what your flood zone is. And if you are in a high risk area, you will most likely need flood insurance. If you're in a low risk area, it's optional. I'll be sure to include the link below so that you can follow that and see what zone you fall into. Also, the next question is, if you do need flood insurance, how much is the flood insurance going to cost and how do you find out? So in the past, you are supposed to get a flood certificate. An elevation certificate. And what this elevation certificate says is a appraiser or an inspector will come out and look at your property, see if it is in a flooded area and what the elevation is of your house. Then you submit that elevation certificate to the insurance agent. If the sellers have the elevation certificate, then you may not need to pay somebody to go do the elevation certificate. So make sure you ask your realtor to ask the sellers if they already have an elevation certificate. Another option that a lot of people don't know about is that flood insurance is assumable. So you can assume the seller's previous policy. So that's also another question to ask, is if it's assumable, then that might save you money in the long run. So that's the big rookie mistake. If you don't ask, you don't know. Another big rookie mistake is don't accept a quote from an insurance agent that doesn't have this elevation certificate. That's just a hypothetical question and nobody really knows. So you need that elevation certificate in order to get that proper quote. And if you don't, then the quote really doesn't mean anything. So be sure to avoid those pitfalls, and that is flood insurance in a nutshell.